There's an expression, an idiom, I think it would be called, that's been around for a long time that you know, and it's underdeveloped in my opinion. I believe this has the potential, if you get your head around it, to be life-changing. Um, but you don't know it. The expression is, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Wah, wah, wah. This is an underwhelming expression that's been around, all of my life. I don't even know what is invented. There's some brilliance in it if you can embrace it, if you get your head around it. But I don't think most people know, and I certainly didn't. I think it's taken a lifetime of living through its meaning before it really clicked for me. And so give me a chance. I think I can change the course of your life in a not insignificant way by emphasizing what I think the true meaning of this is. You can't have your cake and eat it too. It fundamentally has to do with having to make decisions that are mutually exclusive. You can choose this or that, but not both. And in life, you're going to be making all kinds of this or that decision. You can take this job or that job, but not both. So you've got to choose the best one. And of course, those are life-changing. These are choices where you have to choose one thing and abandon another. So in a sense, it's two choices. You're choosing the one thing, and in doing so, you're choosing to, for that resource, abandon the other. And that's actually really big. I'm not sure why cake, that is, cake was big when I was 10. I liked cake. But I don't know the last time I had cake. The meaning of the expression is essentially you can't possess cake. You got this nice piece of cake and it's in the wrap and it's in the kitchen waiting for you. It's a little bit of joy that you have at your disposal when you need some cake, right? Eating cake is a pleasure. Assuming you like cake. It's a lot of pressure on cake, I know, but we'll dial this up in a minute. All right. Once you eat the cake, though, no more cake. You can't have it and eat it. You can have it and all the potential that having something brings to you, or you can extract the potential from it, use it, and have those benefits, but not both. You can't have both the potential that it brings and the benefit of having consumed it. If we apply this to something more relevant, something more meaningful in your life, like money, the expression would translate to, you can't have your money and spend it too. You can have it, meaning you can possess it. It can be in the bank, it can be in stocks and investments. It's available to you, or you can spend that money and go get the things that money lets you have. But these are two very different things, and you'll have to choose between them. So let's talk about the potential of having money. What does that mean to have money? Well, when you have money, unspent, uncommitted money, uncommitted meaning you didn't sign a car loan or a mortgage, and that money now for the next X many years is going out. That's spent money. You have money in the bank, not future income. That's not money yet, right? You could lose your job, something that could happen to the company you work for, all kinds of things. So the money that's in your possession and within your control represents opportunity for power, for freedom, for independence. The confidence that brings, knowing you have money to solve problems, is very powerful. That's what having money is about. It is about having power and freedom and the ability to not fear life, not fear uncertainty. It's confidence and security and safety. Having money is a big deal. all right? But it's different than spending money. Spending money is a joy. Spending money is the eaten cake of money. Having money isn't about spending money. Having money is about not spending money. The ability, the discipline, the knowledge to not spend money is what's required in order to have money. It is the exact opposite of everything you thought money was about. You thought having money was about being able to spend money. Well, it's about being able to spend money, but not spending. There's a book, you'll see articles, you can Google it, called The Millionaire Next Door. And they've come out with versions, I think, in subsequent years. It's been around for a long time. And the conclusion that was drawn in this book, which researched millionaires, which is a lot of money, but it's not extraordinary wealth. Most millionaires are ordinary people. And they make good money, but not extraordinary money. And they live frugally. Not that they're not living well, but they don't go buy the fancy new car. Buying new cars is a good way to go broke, right? Most millionaires are buying somebody else's old car as their new car. These millionaires are typically married, they're older, they've lived in the same house where they raised their kids for the past 25 years. They have lived unassuming lives, and you don't know you live next door to them, the millionaire next door, because they're not flashy. They don't spend all their money. See, all those people you see that are driving fancy cars and living in big fancy houses and that you're thinking, wow, they're doing so great. Most of those guys are broke. Most of those people spend all their money. See, the statistic is, and this is from Social Security Administration, is that 78% of working Americans live paycheck to paycheck. That means they don't have any money. They're broke. They have income, and a lot of them good income, and then they spend it. And most of that income is actually already pre-spent, whether that's a mortgage or a car payment or credit card debt, and they're keeping up. They've already spent future income. All right, that's not living within your means. That's broke. And there's some big income earners that do that. Most of the people that have money because they develop the skill and the discipline to not spend money. If you want to have money, you have to choose not to spend money. It's the exact opposite of what you thought. What are your attitudes when it comes to having money and spending money? And are you clear that having money means not spending money, unless you're making the big bucks? Now, if your plan is to really start making the big money, that's excellent. Why don't we, until that's happening, let's move that to the second position. Let's call that plan B, and take what's really happening now, the income that you have, and move that up to plan A, and come up with a spending plan that allows you to have money even if you don't strike it rich. Trust me, those skills will help you when you strike it rich and you're making the big money. Developing ways to minimize spending, to become more frugal, is empowering, because that allows you to have money. See, the thing about having money, here's an example. Let's say you know somebody and they're getting a group of people together, investors, and they're going to buy a small strip mall, a commercial property that the owner is leaving town to go move closer to his kids, and he doesn't want to manage it anymore. He's old. This has funded his retirement, and he wants to cash out. And he's selling it at a good price. And it takes 25 of you, $100,000 a piece, to go in together to buy a commercial property. Do you have $100,000? I mean, this could be a really good investment, but they don't need people who don't have money to invest in good investments. That's you can't put that on the credit card. That's the people who have money, take that money and put that money to work so their money's making money. And that's how they have more money, and that's how they have money to spend. That's a great strategy. That's what the rich do. I mean, it's not even a secret. You know that's what the rich do. But you have to have money to be in a position to be able to make those kinds of investments. You can't make money with money you don't have. So you're going to go work a job, and even if it's a good paying job, that's not how the really wealthy people make money. Really wealthy people make money by making their money make money. But you can't make money if you don't have money. And if you spend money, you won't have money. If you develop the mindset that I can't spend it and have it too, and you recognize that it's in spending money that you disempower all the benefits of possessing money. You eliminate those. You just take those out of the equation. And if you believe that you can't have it and spend it, if you accept that premise, which is sound, then you will live your life differently. You're going to make choices. If we do this, we don't have this power, we don't have this potential at our disposal. We don't have the ability to go make an investment when we want to. We don't have the money if someone were to get sick or someone lose a job. We live with the uncertainty of being broke if we go spend our money. And most people live with that uncertainty. An additional thought. A lot of young guys think that women are after, men that have money. Okay, well, a lot of men thinks having money means looking like you have money, so they get an expensive car that they're making payments on, and they have a nice apartment. That's what I did. I had a nice car and a nice apartment. Not my finest choices. Fun. It was a nice apartment and a nice car. Definitely fun, but slowed me down financially without question. Now, I can tell you this, while women, all things being equal, would prefer the nice apartment and the nice car, those are impressive things. They're impressive because they give people the impression of money. But women are pretty good at math, and they're going to scan you. They're going to ask questions. And a guy who's in debt up to his eyeballs and living paycheck to paycheck is less impressive than you think. I would tell women that if they want a financially responsible man, find a guy with a good job and a crappy car. A guy who has the money to buy a nice car and the discipline to not buy that car is a guy with a financial future. And as far as I'm concerned, that's an easier relationship to have. I always winced at going out to nice dinners and felt like I had to do it. You don't. You don't. There's all kinds of women who would be impressed with your understanding of that you can either have it or spend it, but not both. So do you want the freedom and independence that wealth brings, or do you want to live paycheck to paycheck like 78% of working Americans? And I have no doubt there's going to be plenty of women who are going to be impressed with a man with a good job and the discipline not to piss away all his money. Standing for something as a man, having principles that you live by, may not appeal to everybody, but it will appeal to people who share the values that you share. And that's important. If you find somebody that shares those values, that wants the freedom and independence that having some measure of even modest wealth brings, and the ability to have money, make money, so you can retire young and go enjoy life throughout your life, but not necessarily everything as lavish as the people who are going to spend all their money paycheck to paycheck. As soon as they get it, their 30s are going to look better than your 30s. Just on Instagram, on Facebook, it'll look better. From your 40s on, they're going to be the ones envying the people who have the discipline and the knowledge to not spend all their money so they can have what having money brings. And it is substantial.